Glenn, did you say something? N4AK, W4KR. You gonna run sideband tonight?
No, I'm trying to change to AM. Is this a little better?
About 110%.
Hadn't heard you in a long time. It's nice to hear you on. Yeah, I was going to check on Charlie, but I'll stand by. It's about net time. Great to hear you. W4KR N4AK.
Yep. Same. Likewise here. Good to hear you, Glenn. Good to hear you. Take care. We'll be listening tonight. W4KR. You on sideband, Glenn, and I thought for a minute maybe the boys had a conversion here or something.
Well, you know, QST says sideband will go a lot farther, over.
Okay. Uh-huh.
This is N4AK.
LOCQ. LOCQ.
Second, L friends net.
Time for the Sunday edition of the Old Friends Get Together. This is W4MEC net control for today. And the Old Friends net is an amplitude modulation only net that's been on 75 meters for over 27 years. And we operate in the old-fashioned round table mode. This is a great place to look for equipment, sell equipment, look for bits and pieces, or find some information about something you might be trying to fix. And while we're mostly focused on vintage gear, as long as you have a rig of any type and any era that will generate AM, you're welcome to join us. This is a roundtable style net. I'll take check-ins. We'll get everybody a nice neat row, and we'll carry on from there. So, for those wishing to participate today, please go to W4MEC and come now.
Charlie, W4FJQ.
WF2U.
N4LQ.
WB4NKL.
K4VWD.
November 4 Alpha Kilo N4AK.
KJ4YEV.
WN4 PFI.
Okay. This is what I copied so far. Dave, WA4LLR, Stan, W4KR, Tom, WA4FJQ, Mayor, WF2U, Steve at N4LQ, Cliff, WB4NKL, Lee, K4VWD, Glenn, N4AK, Al, KJ4YEV, and Dope, WN4PFI. Any further check-ins for Al Juan, or who did I miss?
WA4 Foxtrot Tango Yankee checking in.
Okay, we got Wayne on the end, WA4FQI. Any others?
Say again, please.
Okay, here's a list. And if you... Okay, here's a list as it is right now. LLR, KR, FJQ, 2U, LQ, NKL, VWD, AK, YEV, PFI, and FTY. Any further? Let me double check. Okay, I don't hear anything, so this W4MEC and the Old Friends Net. And good afternoon, folks, and it's about 81 degrees here and mostly sunny. Sun's been popping in and out behind white clouds. My wife has been monitoring the California hurricane because our son lives in Rancho something Margarita. Never can remember it. All I know about the town is it's the longest town name in all of California. Rancho Sierra Santa Margarita? I don't know, something like that. And he's right there in the area that's supposed to get a lot of flooding if it keeps up. So we'll see what happens there. We'll have a blow-by-blow report, I guess, if it heats up any. So let's get started. And WA4LLR, take it away, W4 Music.
Good signals today. That band seems to be pretty quiet and good conditions. We've got about 80, 82, 83 degrees up here, bright sunshine. A real pleasant Sunday afternoon. My wife and I just got in from the Huntsville Ham Fest. Had a good time down there, great turnout, lots of stuff. I did see two of the old friends. I saw John, VBC, and John, KZ4B. I'm sure there were more, but those are the only ones I saw. So had an excellent time. Good trip down there and back. So let's see. It goes over to Stan. W4KR and the group WA4LLR.
Okay, Dave. Well, thank you. WA4LLR. And the group W4KR. Good afternoon, good evening. I guess I should say, everybody. Good evening. Thanks for the comments on Huntsville. Originally had planned to go, but couldn't get it to happen. Had to stay closer to home. It's about 82 here tonight, this evening. Still 82 degrees, and it's been, as Charlie said, it's been sunny 1 minute and not so much the next, but we got through the day. Running the Ray King 2 tonight, 75A2, and with that, WA4 FJQ and the Old Friends group, W4KR.
W4KR and WA4 FJQ. Okay, Stan, thanks. It's been pretty hot here, 90, 91, 92, I think, somewhere in that neighborhood. I spent the afternoon watering hydrangeas, trying to keep them alive. We're really looking for some rain, but we haven't gotten any, and doesn't look like we're going to get any this week either. So in a few days, I'll be back doing the same thing. The rig here is multi-LMAC AF68 transmitter and receiving on Collins 75 S3C, and eventually I'll get that TMR 8 lined up and in use, and looking forward to doing that. So I'll turn it over to, I think I go to Mark. I wasn't sure if that's correct or not, but I'm going to go that way. KG4YUQ. This is WA4FJQ.
No, it goes to Mir, WF2U, W4MC.
Yeah, I thought I missed somebody before me. Anyway, so good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. Nice day today. It's 82 degrees. Went up, it's starting to go down. It was 83 a little while ago, about 4 o'clock to 5. But it was nice 66 degrees in the morning. I did some logging operation in the morning. The huge tree fell like 10 days ago right to the street from the side of my driveway. Actually, it didn't reach the street, but it was just to the edge. And I started to chop it up last week. And I just left it there, didn't have time, and I ran down with the front tractor with the front loader, and I had to do like three rounds with it, fully loaded, and that was a little bit strenuous because that was a big tree. I left a big part of the trunk because it's like in between the vegetation of the side, but eventually I'll chop it up too. So at least it doesn't kill the lawn on the side of the road that we take care of. And signals are very good this morning. Again, I'm so used to the morning girlfriends that by now. Signals are very good. Charlie, you are 5'9" plus 15 to 20. You're peaking up to 20 once in a while. Dave, about 15 over 9. Stan, plus 10 to 15. WA4FJQ, 5'9". That AF68 is doing a nice job, and everybody else is pretty loud. I'll give reports in the next round. I'm running the Yaesu setup, the old 1980s vintage separates, the FR101 receiver, the FL101 transmitter, and the 25 watts from there goes into the Yaesu FL2100B, putting out about 300, a little bit over 300 watts peak. And the antenna is an 80 meter end fed, kind of sloping from the peak of the roof down to a tree. There is like a creek. It goes down towards a creek at about 15 feet in level, and so it's parallel to the ground somehow. But it seems to be working since I lost the old Carolina Windham. It's in like 3 pieces, but anyway, it's not going to go up again, but I'm going to put up another end fed. With that, it goes to Steve. N4LQ and the group, this is WF2U.
All right, Mir, WF2U N4LQ, and thanks for the signal reports. And, well, let's see, it's 81 degrees here and it's clear, and it's very nice outside. And I went to the Goodwill store just an hour ago and got back here, and it's a kind of a new store. used to be a big Lytle's grocery store, and Goodwill bought it, and it's supposed to be the biggest Goodwill store in the state, which is questionable, but it is big, and they got a lot of stuff, but no dressing room, so you can't try on the clothes. So, and I picked out a couple of pair of shorts and a shirt, went up to check out, and I said, how come you got the dressing room closed? There isn't any. And he said, no, we weren't allowed to put one in. When we opened during COVID, we weren't allowed to have a dressing room. I said, okay, I guess that still applies, huh? So I brought them home, but fortunately they fit, so I'm in good shape. And I undergrew my old clothes. I've lost some weight. I've lost about 6 sizes or something. So anyway, running the AF68, loop antenna, D104, and listening on the RSP2 dual, SDR. And so there you go. Over to Cliff, WB4NKL, N4LQ.
N4LQ, it's WB4NKL. Everybody's sounding good here today. We got about 82 degrees also, and started out around 60 this morning, so it's getting some cool nights and warm days. It's kind of nice. Dave, I was wondering if you brought, I don't know if you mentioned if you brought anything back from that Ham Fest or not. If you did, I missed it. And let's see, I'm running the Globe King 500 here again today. Working on the old RME receiver over here on the bench. I was trying to check it out, get it ready for the Shelby Ham Fest. Trying to load a few things and bring down to Shelby. It's a RME 50. Kind of an oddball. I'll send it on around. Go ahead, Lee. K4 VWD. It's WB4NKL.
Okay, Cliff, thank you. WB4NKL, K4VWD. Well, signals are good. I'm copying everybody just fine, including me. Here, you're 20 over at least. We got 12 in here so far. It's 87 degrees here at my house, and the sun's shining a little bit, but it's getting low. So things are doing well. I got no particular problems here today. I'm using my AF68 PMR8 receiver, the dipole antenna, and the Bandit amplifier, and I got maybe 200, a little over 200 watts output. So with that, I'll keep it going. N4AK, K4VWD.
Okay, Lee. This is N4AK. Well, the temperature over here is 86 degrees now in Sunset. A special hello to Wayne down there in Lexington, WA4FTY. Nice to hear you on. I heard that HRO sold over 60 FT-DX10s. I think the first day they opened down there at Huntsville. Maybe some of you guys will know, but they said there was a line standing there buying those Yaesu units. I'm using Icon 7300 today and ALS 600. So I'm curious about my S-meter report, and is it peaking or just is the carrier steady? So if you guys will notice and kind of let me know, because I'm running about an average of 100 watts, and when I talk it's really peaking up. So Mir, glad you're back on your Yaesus. They do sound good. Al, KJ4YEV and 3AK.
N4AK in the group, KJ4YEB. Been hot here today, guys. My phone says it's 88. I don't know how accurate that is, but it feels every bit of it. It's hot here. I've been in the house working some sideband today. Skip conditions have been really good. I worked a station in New Zealand about 8,000 miles away, and Curacao Island down off the coast of South America, and several stateside stations. So that was all on 10 meters sideband with 100 watts. It's been a good day to sing. And Glenn, your carrier seems pretty steady. I don't have an S meter, but I've got a good copy on you, and it's holding steady. So hope that helps. And I'm gonna send it on over to Dirk, WN4PFI. This is KJ4YEV. Go ahead.
Okay, girl. KJ4YEV. This is WN4PFI. Here in Suches, it's about 75 degrees. Here on the side of Weddingvale Mountain, I may have mentioned this before, we're at about 3,100 feet here. And been having cool mornings. 2-3 days ago we had a couple of days where it was in the 50s, high 50s. So we're looking forward to some fall weather and being able to put the lawnmower up finally again. And but we got a few more times to have to cut it. Not a lot going on here. I'll just keep it going on. Wayne, WA4FTY. I didn't hear you, but I hope you are hearing me. You go ahead and pick it up. WA4FTY. This is WN4PFI.
Hey, Wayne, your turn. WA4FTY, W4MEC.
Sorry, I got a lot of QSB. You're on one moment and down the next. And I have no idea where I'm supposed to turn it because of the QSB. I'm running the 7300 this afternoon. And maybe it's a little over 100 watts. I got my Samsung radio hooked up, but I don't think it's properly tuned up. It's going to do better than 100 watts. It's just a little over 100 watts. I think that's what I got. Everybody sounds pretty good that I can hear well. And thank everybody that said hello. Even if you didn't say it, thank you for thanking it. All's well here that I know about, guys. And I don't know a whole lot at my age. It's good to hear all of you guys. Wonderful. Y'all have anything important to say or report? I'm sure it's great to hear all of you. All I can tell you, you guys already know it's been hot. And I got some idea it's going to be hot again next week. What to say about the weather. From what I can understand, we got some people that fooling around with the weather. And then they'll tell them what we might be going to get. I know when I was in the Navy, I spent quite a bit of time in San Diego. And the weather was always perfect. It never rained a single day I was there. And it looked like everybody to get some weather. Something they don't usually get in San Diego. It was always a nice warm day every day. And when I was in the Navy, the boot camp in Chicago, Illinois, it was the same way. Like summer days, every day. I went down to the Lake Michigan. It was a summer day. Can't always say that about Illinois and Chicago. I guess my planning was right and my luck was good. No matter where I went, for the 8 years I was in the Navy, it was always great. It made no difference whether it was in Spain, Italy, France, Hawaii, everywhere I went. I got around even Philippines, Vietnam, everywhere. Well, I'm just rattling on, guys. I don't know where to turn, but I have to apologize since I had the QSB. I didn't get any copies. So maybe Steve or one of the other fellows can straighten it out for me. And thanks. It's wonderful to hear all of you again. WA4FTY. Turning it back to net control for whomever to figure out where it goes. And thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Okay, Wayne, very good. WA4FTY and the old friends at W4MEC. Very good for round one. Do we have any further check-ins that would like to join us? Come now. Nothing heard. Okay, Wayne, I think our two farthest stations are probably Cliff, WA4NKL, and Com, WA4FJQ. So if they copied the 25 watts coming out of that 7300, I guess maybe you got it going through the amplifier today. But got an okay signal up here, and a good copy. So let's see, it's W4MEC and the old friends net, and that took about just time to go around here, and took about 25 minutes, so we can get at least another round and a 73 round in here at least. Good on the tree project there, Muir. I guess several of us have been dealing with trees here over the last couple of months. They're always fun. I heard my son working today. He's got one of those wood chippers he bought, and I can't remember. It's not like the kind you see pulled behind a tree truck, but it's got the big rotary heavy metal disc with one or two blades on it, and it does a pretty good job of chopping stuff up. He had a Bradford pear blowover, and he was making mulch out of that this afternoon. And neighbor lady next door is cutting her grass. I think she cuts her grass 3 times a week. So she's about as bad as another friend here we got in town, November 4, Lanky Lima uniform, Jerry, and he loves to cut his grass. He's got a big zero-turn mower. It seems like he's always cutting his grass. So something to do, I guess. So I'm a little lax on the grass cutting, and I just cut mine the other day, and of course most mine is nothing special, so it doesn't grow very tall except the dandelions, so that's all I really got to worry about. Alrighty, let's see, any other comment here? Good on getting back from the Ham Fest. I didn't hear you mention anything that you might have brought home, Dave, so if Arvina was with you, she might have put the quietus on that, so hope you sound like you had a good time. Alrighty, so let's crank her out one more time with WA4LLR in the group, W4MEC.
Our fine business. Good copy on everybody. Well, Charlie, I pray that your son in California doesn't experience any devastation, flooding, or whatever from the remnants of Hillary. And Stan, the Viking 2 sounds good. Tom, the AF-68 always does a good job up this way. Mir, thanks for the signal reports. Yesu's doing a good job. And fine business on your logging operation. Steve, glad you found some clothes that fit. Congratulations on dropping 6 sizes, I believe you said. Let's see, Cliff, fine business on the RME receiver. You're getting ready for Shelby. Glenn, the AF-68 and Bandit sounds good. And, Lee and Glenn, I can't tell you about your... You sound good up here on the 7300, but there's no S-meter on this BC342N running the military station today, the BC610C and the BC342N. Al, fine business on all that good DX on 10 meters. Way to go. And Doak, I'm like you. I'm enjoying the cold mornings and the warm days. Wayne, sure is good to hear you. And oh, Cliff, in answer to your question, and yours too, Charlie, the only piece of radio gear I picked up was a little Babcock MT5B mobile transmitter that cosmetically looked really good. As far as anything else, who knows? Well, it was cute, and it was something small enough to carry because I had to walk a long way from where we parked to get into the Hamfest. And we did pick up a couple of those Wi-Fi cameras that screw into a light bulb. I'd seen those advertised, and I wanted to try one, but I had never ordered one. Some guy was selling them down there, so we picked up a couple to try out. So that's pretty much the story. For space weather, sunspot counts 104, solar flux index 151, the K's 2. And a few things from this day in history. On this day in 1975, we sent our first lander to Mars, Viking 1. And on this day in 2017, comedian Jerry Lewis died at age 91. On this day in 2012, Phyllis Miller died at age 95. She was a nut. On this day, 1968, the Warsaw Pact nations invaded Czechoslovakia. On this day in 1920, the National Football League was formed. On this day in 1914, German Army captured Brussels in World War I. On this day in 1741, Danish explorer Bering, working for Russia, encountered Alaska. On this day in 1619, the first load of slaves were brought to the English colony at Jamestown, Virginia. And on a cheerier note, on this day in 1911, the first round-the-world telegram was sent. And it's amazing to me that from the time we did our first round-the-world communication to putting a spaceship on Mars was only 66 years. That's pretty interesting. Anyway, down to you, Stan. W4KR, WA4LR.
Boy, it sure was an interesting 66 years, Dave. WA4LLR. And I hope W4KR. Well, copying everybody. Copying everybody just fine. Wayne, you were well above the noise level, above S7, S8, something like that. But everybody else was pretty much in the S9 plus category. Dave, you're back up to 30 over 9. So the propagation wizards are being kind to us today. Yeah, an awful lot happened in that 66 years, Dave. Wow. Sure is something. With that, I'm going to say good evening. I'm going to have to run upstairs. It's can't stick around as long with these evenings with the evening hours. So we will say 7 threes and catch everybody a little bit later in the week. I'm not sure about Thursday. I know I won't be here. I be off to taking my wife to a doctor, and Tuesday I'm not sure yet. So WA4FJQ and the old friends group W4KR 7-3 everybody.
W4KR, WA4FJQ. Okay, fine business. Copy everybody fairly well, except a couple of stations that are down at the bottom of the list. PFI, FUI, Doug and Wayne. Wayne I couldn't copy at all, so I'm not even sure I got his call correct. But at any rate, everybody else is at least S9 or 10 over or whatever. And Mira, you're very strong here as well. Thanks, Charlie, for helping me out with the roundtable. I'm still struggling with that a little bit. But at any rate, I think I got it right now with your help. So I don't have much else to comment on. So I think I'll turn it over to Mir and we'll go for another round. So W2FU, this is WA4FJQ.
Roger, WA4FJQ, this is WF2U. Roger, all around. Everybody's booming in here. The weakest stations are 5 and 9. And let's see, Steve, you're 20 over 9. Lee, 20 over 9. And Al, 20 over 9. And let's see, Cliff was 15 over 9. Occasionally jumping up to 20. And Tom, you're 5 and 9. Sometimes go up 5 dB over. and Wayne was 5 and 9. Doak 5 and 9. So good all around. This is like one of the nicest conditions we've experienced for quite a while, and there is not one electric static like from lightning, storms, and all the stuff. Even when there is nothing here, almost every night there was something within a good distance that it was definitely audible. And the crashes were always present, but right now it's really beautiful. So nothing special to report. I was a little bit busy earlier, but I wanted to put my little Heathkit station, the mobile, the mobile, what is it called? I keep forgetting those names. They look like the small Apache and Mohawk, as if they are the children of the Apache and the Mohawk, and it's a mobile station. Sort of, the transmitter is sort of like the DX60, except with the external power supply. Used it a couple of years ago, many times on the net here, and it puts out about maybe 50 watts or so on peaks. So when conditions are good, I can use it also. And then of course the AF67 that I can put on. I even have a crystal for this frequency, and I used it a lot last year. Just before I got this Yaesu station, which is sort of convenient because although the transmitter is a hybrid and it needs a couple of minutes of warm-up, but the receiver is instant on. So I run into the shack like 3 minutes before the net and it's ready to go. And so I don't have time to warm up the real boat anchors. Just in case, Shelby, I already paid for my space and ordered a ticket and really looking forward to it. I might do a little bit of not mobile, but portable operation, making like a little vertical, about a 31-foot vertical with a very light base. It's a fairly light fiberglass telescopic pole. So I'll put a wire on it, and my SG2000 transceiver puts out 150 watts. It's like a semi-military but marine receiver, but also some agencies used it. It really works very nicely, and I just got the matching antenna coupler, which is made to work into this kind of antennas. So I might just throw it in the car and make a quick base that I can just drive on it like a plate, and that will support the pole, and put that antenna coupler on it, and maybe we'll see if I can do something with it on the air. Just a thought. I might not have time to finish that whole setup, but we'll see. I'll make a little bit of an effort. So with that, it goes to Steve. N4LQ, this is WFTU.
Okay, Mayor. WF2U, N4LQ. Well, I've still got my Sunday afternoon noise here, and I managed to get it notched out pretty well. So, copying everybody. Even Doak and Wayne down there. I heard you, Wayne, doing good on your 7300. And Dave, real good on that Babcock Mobile. I've always admired those, and I thought if I ever see one, I'd grab it. But you beat me to it. I hope you can get that installed in your car really soon. Anxious to see it. And all right, on the Wi-Fi light bulbs, which you know the Chinese are going to eavesdrop on you if you put those things in. And Doak, real fine on your grass cutting. We've had plenty of grass to cut this year. It's been so wet. It's really lush and thick, so it gives the mower a good workout. Glenn, your 7300 and your ALS 600 are doing fine, and I don't see any S-meter flopping around here at all. And part of that is due to my AGC is on slow, and I think the other part is once you run those things through an amplifier, there's just not much control carrier syndrome left of it. Now, if that were one of the old DX60s, a Drake. Drake will do that really well. The TR4 series. They can really make your S-meter flop around. But I guess there's 3 AF68s on the air tonight here. That's great. We're going to have to get some AF68 or LMAC. How about some LMAC T-shirts to wear to Shelby? I saw on eBay some LMAC high-heeled shoes, but I don't think those would fit. So we'll forego that one. All righty, well, let's go ahead and keep it going here. Cliff, WB4NKL, N4LQ.
N4LQ is WB4NKL. Okay, Stevie, I think I'll pass on the LMAC high-heel shoes. But we'll have to get everybody to get out their LMAC, see how many we can get on the air here one of these nets. I've got some I could operate. And yeah, Dave, congratulations on the little Babcock. All I can say is it's a good thing that me or Steve wasn't there and didn't see it first. It sounds like something that I would be interested in too. Always like those little unusual transmitters. And I copied everybody. Good go around. I copied Doak and Wayne. Both of them were coming in quite well. Don't have any noise, no QRN, so that's a big change. Send it on around. Go ahead, lady. K4 VWD is WB4NKL.
Okay, Cliff, WB4NKL, K4 VWD. Well, thank you. Well, let's see. Glenn, I got a message for you. At Sunday school this morning, Diane, Tom's wife, was at Sunday school this morning. And she's beat up, but she doesn't look all that bad. So it was good to see her this morning. And let's see. I don't think I may have told you I've got my Bandit amplifier going. And I tell you what I'm going to do. I want to see if this really makes any difference. I have cranked it up to about 250 watts. And stand by a minute, I'm going to bring it down to 200. I doubt it's going to make any difference. Okay, it's down to 200 watts now. So I'm just wondering, that's on my Bird watt meter. So I'm curious whether that makes any difference or not, but I kind of doubt it. And I got no problems here today for an old man. So Glenn, N4AK in the group, K4VWD.
Oh, a couple of old men here, I guess. K4VWD and 4AK. Well, to tell you the truth, you were running 40 over 9, and it may be the QSB. It looks like you might have dropped a dB or something like that, but there's a slow QSB. But if I wasn't looking at this meter, I could tell absolutely no difference. And I'm on a little inverted V antenna. Seems to work well on this frequency. It's only about 30 feet high at the apex. It's not very much to it. Al, congratulations on the good DX this morning on 10. I hadn't been getting up early enough to get on 10, and this morning I went to Sunday school, so I missed out on the prime time. The little Babcock, I wonder where that was made. I vaguely remember hearing about it, but I guess it was a garage type operation, somebody building them in the garage. Dave. Steve, thank you very much for the report. And I tell you what's the truth. Signals have come up so much that everybody is about 30 over 9, and Steve, you're 40 over 9, and Lee is 40 over 9, but everybody else is really boiling in this afternoon. It's great. Charlie, let me get your attention there. Heads up. This week, I got a doctor's appointment on Thursday, so that's out for me, but any other time you want to run down, it'll be fine with me. Just, we can eat lunch, or if you're in a hurry, we don't have to do that, but it'd be nice. So let me move it on down to Al. KJ4YEV and 4AK.
N4AK and the old friends net. This is KJ4YEV. Yeah, there's been some comments on the net about signal conditions, band conditions today, and I have to agree. This is about the best I've heard it in a long time. Mir is exceptionally strong, stronger than I've ever heard him. And I was able to copy Wayne, FTY. He was a little weak, but I could copy him. So no static crashes. I'm really happy about the band conditions. And Glenn, it was not this morning when I made those DX contacts. It was early afternoon, about 2 p.m. local time here. I don't know if that's typical of a 10-meter band. I don't usually get on it on Sunday afternoon myself, but the band was wide open this whole afternoon. It may still be. I don't know. But I was just felt fortunate to make those contacts. So I'll send it on around. Let's see, it goes to Dope, WN4PFI. This is KJ4YEV. Over to you, Dope.
Okay, Al, KJ4YEV. WN4PFI returning. Yes, I've got good signals here on everyone but Wayne. Everybody else is at least 20 over on my Drake receiver, a Drake 2A receiver, and some of you are up around 40 over. And so I got good copy on everybody. I got good signals. A little unusual. I'm kind of pleased that it's that way. Today we've had some times when it wasn't. I've got, Mir was talking about his tree. I'm about finished with this hickory tree. Just sort of like a few more pieces that we'll split up and use for firewood this winter, and then I got the limbs left yet to dispose of. Charlie's talking about that zero turn lawnmower. When my wife and I lived down in Franklin County, Georgia, just up from Commerce, I had a zero turn there. It's a Bad Boy. Probably the best mower I ever owned. And we brought it up here to the mountains, and I cut grass with it one time. The slope on the side of the mountain we live on is about 12 degrees. You can't keep one of those zero turns on the side of a mountain, and I cut grass with it one time and thought I was going to get killed on it. And then I sold it to a friend of mine. But about a month ago, we had one of the men here that actually got killed on one. He flipped it over on top of him, on top of himself, and no one found him for about 2 hours, trying to cut on the side of a hill there with a zero turn. So I don't know how what you guys use for lawnmowers, but you need to be careful if you have one of those or if you're contemplating buying one. They don't do well. They're hard to stop on the side of a hill. I'll stay around for the 73 round and send it on down to Wayne. I can't hear Wayne, Charlie, if he's, I don't think he signed out, but if so, I guess you can pick it up. Wayne, if you're there, WA4FTY, go ahead and pick it up. This is WN4PFI.
Wayne, WA4FTY. It's your turn again, W4MEC. WA4FTY, you still with us, W4MEC?
Yeah, thank you, Charlie. It takes us old folks a little while to get to the mic. Thank you. W4MEC, WA4FTY. I know a lot of you guys don't even hear me, but I appreciate the comments to what that you made. Like I said, I'm running the Lycom 7300. Got to push out there for about 30 watts. And I got to hook to my linear, but the linear's not tuned up properly. Maybe I got 100 watts, maybe. And the conditions here are really bad today. I got all kind of QSB and interference. Well, wintertime's coming on. Conditions might get a whole lot better. We'll have a whole lot better in the spring. I can't help but wonder if we have a crew stocked up with all kinds of RF, cell phones, microwaves, Wi-Fi, internet, TV stations, radio stations, all kinds of RF. I wonder if we have a crew just kind of stocked up. Hard to say. And Charlie, I hope you're doing well. A lot of you guys sound real good. I think I see a little bit more antenna work. I might can get my signal up better. I have a lot of trouble working on antenna stuff. I really think I need to do some more antenna work. I got up an inverted V. In fact, that's what I was using. In fact, that's what I'm using right now, an inverted V. And we saw resonance at this frequency. I got a couple of the antennas. I need to work on all of them. I'd like to give you guys a good report on Bob Howell, but I haven't talked to him here in last week. The last time I talked to him, he was doing much, much better. He usually didn't know he had a little bit of health issues. But I think he's overcoming it. He's kind of like the rest of us. He's got a little age on him. And he catches up. He's a wonderful fellow, I can tell you that. Very generous. I don't know how to explain it, but if you ever met him, you know what I'm talking about. He's calling us K9 CID. K9 Echo Indian Delta. He currently resides in Illinois. He's really a great guy. My section doesn't consist of a whole lot. Got a 7200 and a 7300. And I don't know why I got both of them. I read some information about the 7200. It's not nearly as complicated operator as the 7300. But don't believe it. All these new radios are complicated for the old guys. I'm just an old guy in my 70s, and I like the other stuff. And the tubes, I like the tubes. But I don't know, I just don't know how it's all in. Turn it over wherever it goes again. Maybe you, Charlie, I still don't know. WA4FQY. Jump 3, guys.
Very good, Wayne. WA4FQI and the old friends, W4MEC. Okay, fellas, we got time for a quickie 73 round here. And let's see, a couple of notes here. On your space weather, I guess you saw where that Russian thing crashed into the moon. I wonder what you do with something like that. I'm assuming it wasn't manned. But some kind of Russian probe going to one of the poles there impacted instead of landed. So I guess you just turn the switches off and go get a cup of coffee or something, or maybe a shot of vodka. MT5B, very good. I had one. I'm getting ready to send you a bunch of information there, Dave. A nice little rig. And it had pretty good audio. I had it on the net a couple of times. A pair of 6AQ5 push-pull modulators driving a 6146. Got some caveats with it, though. It's very easy to put that baby on the second harmonic when you line it up. So I'll send you all that. Let's see. Talking about the change in flight over the few years from Orville and Wilbur's first controlled flight and to all the stuff that happened. What amazes me is the technology changes in engines. This little two-lunger thing that they had there on that plane just chugging away to some of the screaming engines they had just, not even 35 years later, something like that. Just amazing works of art in metallurgy and aircraft engines in just a few years. Let's see, what else I got here? I think that was it. And so we'll do a 73 round. And that rig, Glenn, was made in Livonia, California, MT5B by Babcock. And I will get with you on the get-together. I've only got Tuesday and maybe Wednesday, or maybe Tuesday and Wednesday are only going to work for me. So we'll see what we can put together with Boone and Lee and myself and work something out. So let's run through a 73 round and start with Dave, WA4LLR. Let's see, Stan checked out and so did Wayne. So Dave, turn it over to Tom. WA4LLR in the group, W4MEC.
W4MEC and the group, WA4LLR. Okay, fine business. Well, Charlie, appreciate any information that you can send me. I was just looking for info on the web, and getting ready to thinking about loading a manual from Bama. But I'll sure appreciate anything you can send. Everybody sounded good. Sure is good to hear Wayne on. The 7300's doing a good job up here. And Doak, I agree with you on zero turn. I used to own one. It's the berries. It's the berries for some pretty level ground, but a good portion of my yard is not, and it was pretty scary. So I let that one go and picked up a conventional mower with a steering wheel I could hang on to when I'm going around those steep places. Charlie, thanks for calling the net. Everybody have a great day. 7-3, God bless, Lord willing. We will catch up with you on Tuesday morning. So, Tom, here it comes. WA4FJQ, WA4LLR. Have a good one.
WA4LLR, this is WA4FJQ. Okay, thanks, Dave. Your signal's very good here. 10 over at least. I could not copy Wayne. I knew he was there. It was just bits and pieces here in High Point. But anyway, yeah, I used to have a small John Deere diesel tractor when I lived out in the country. We had 3.5 acres, and it was sloping down to a pond. And it wasn't very long after we moved there, and I got the tractor and got it out on the side of that slope. I figured out real quick that I needed something different than that, so it got sold pretty quick. Anyway, Wilson 73s, Charlie, thanks for running the net, and we'll pass it back to Mir, and we are off and clear. Let's see, it goes to WF2U, Mir, WA4FJQ, over.
Very good, Tom. WA4FJQ, and the net, this is WF2U. Anyway, several signals that were only 10 over 9 went up to 15 over 9. And among them, you, Tom, you started out as 10 over and you went up by the second round, and now you gained another 5 dB. Looks like conditions are improving as we get into the evening. But anyway, thanks, Charlie, for running the net. It was fun. It was really fun when you don't have to get a headache after listening to all the static crashes throughout the whole net. And you can enjoy the proverbial armchair copy of the nice AM signals. So 73 all have a good week. I'm not sure. I think I have some appointment. I think I have something Tuesday morning, so I won't be able to get on the net, unfortunately. And Thursdays are usually, unless it's raining, are not good for me, so I guess I won't be here until next weekend. 73 all, take care, and thanks everybody for crowding the net here. It's more fun this way. So with that, Steve, it's your turn. I might be on 160 later, Steve, if you're going to be there. Otherwise, I have to work on a little bit on that Sailor Marine radio. A few more things that I have to do to put it on the air, and then we'll see. So N4LQ and the net, this is WFTU 73. I'll be listening to the end.
WF2U N4LQ. Okay, yeah, I'm going to be late too. I'm going to get off here and get out and take my 2-mile walk and come back, and it's probably going to be 8:30 or so before I get back. So I'll check and see who's on 160. And by the way, if anybody's interested, it's 1864 KCs. Lee, on your power adjustment, I didn't see any difference, and I don't see how I could really. But according to the math here, you would have to drop it down to 125 watts for me to realize a 3 dB change in my S meter, and that would be half an S unit. So that is the least perceptible change. So it takes quite a bit to make a real difference. So I certainly wouldn't worry about giving that amplifier a rest. So let's see, Wayne, you mentioned Bob Heil, and hope he's improving. I haven't heard anything, so let us know if you've heard anything definite about his condition. It didn't sound too good. And Mira, I hope you can get your mobile reportable system ready for Shelby and get that set up for the Hamfest. If you can't get any contacts, I'll just run over here to the house and work you. How's that? So 73s, everybody, and thanks for running the net, Charlie. It's been good. Great job. And over to Cliff. WB4NKL, N4LQ.
N4LQ, it's WB4NKL. Good copy all the way around. Pleasant copy tonight, this evening. I'll say 73s, and thanks for calling it, Charlie, and we'll try to catch everybody there Tuesday morning. And looking forward to Shelby. Maybe get some more 3885 going there during the Hamfest. 73s, go ahead, dude. Lay K4 VWD, it's WB4NKL.
Okay, very good, Cliff. Thank you, WB4NKL, K4VWD. Well, thank you very much, Steve, for the report. No change. Well, I'm going to leave it on 200 watts. I don't see any need of running another 50 watts if it's not going to make any difference. So thank you, Charlie, for doing the net. And I've got a doctor's appointment on Wednesday. That's the 23rd. So I will not be able to go on the 23rd, which is Wednesday. I've got a doctor's appointment at 1 o'clock. So 7:30, God bless everybody. Look forward to talking to you on Tuesday. N4AK, K4VWD.
Okay, K4VWD, N4AK, and Charlie, thanks for doing the net for us. And so let's zero in on Tuesday. That's 3 of us that I know, and if Boone can't make it, it'd be confusing to probably change the date. So if everybody's okay, let's key in on Tuesday. And again, if anybody needs a Valiant, Charlie can pick up the Valiant and bring it to the luncheon there in September. So it's a very clean Valiant. The pictures were online. So I need to move it. I'm not using it. So it needs to be used. All right, Al, how about a Valiant? KJ4YEV and 4AK.
In 4AK, thanks, Glenn. You know, I have considered that Valiant. I looked at the pictures real close, and I've never had one of those. I wouldn't mind having one. It would certainly fit in where my DX60 sits right now, so I'm going to consider that. But it's been a great net today, as always. And Charlie, thank you for heading it up. Looking forward to seeing everybody in Shelby. Good Lord willing, I'll be there. So, $73, I'll pass it on to Doug. WN4PFI, KJ4YEV, over to you.
KL, KJ4YEV, WN4PFI. Glenn, I had a bag at one time, back in the early 90s, and I bought it from my ham down in Florida, and he sent it by UPS, and when I came home from work, it was on the front porch, and there was no packing whatsoever on the inside of the box. It just sat inside a box. I took it apart. All the transformers had sheared off the chassis, took every tube out, and I don't know. I guess I've been kind of snake-bitten about buying another Valiant, but haven't had another one since then. I got no recourse from UPS, and they even had the gall to ask me why I shipped electronic gear with them anyhow. So I've never shipped another piece with UPS. So 73s to everybody. Hope to be back around next Sunday. Thank you, Charlie, for calling the net, and enjoyed being on here with you guys again. Up to you, Charlie, since Wayne's gone. 73. W4MEC, WN4PFI, I'll be clear.
Very good, Doug. WN4PFI and the old friends W4MEC. Yeah, that's UPS. I got lucky on a Heathkit Warrior amplifier that Meter now possesses. Was sent to me by the original AF4K in a box with zero packing. It was a triple corrugated box, and the amplifier fit in there absolutely perfectly with no room whatsoever, and he shipped it UPS, and it got here in absolutely perfect condition. I was amazed that no packing, just a really, really good box, but still, you talk about shearing transformers and all that, that's a high possibility, but for some reason it made it perfectly fine and plugged it in, worked just fine. So anyway, thanks for everybody that checked in today. We'll look for you on Tuesday. I think I got the program on Tuesday too, so we'll do it all over again. Y'all have a good rest of the evening here, and take it easy and stay out of the heat, stay dry when it's raining. Well, talk to you later. It's W4MEC, shutting down the old Friends Net. Bye-bye.
Looking at the schedule, it looks like me Tuesday. Am I wrong?
Oh, I don't know. I gotta go look.
Yeah, it's Dave.
Okay, I thought I looked at it. I had like a Tuesday, a Monday, a Sunday, and a Tuesday, one after the other. I guess I'm wrong.
You did, 15th and 20th. But I was sitting here looking at the schedule to see, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, am I looking at the wrong month? But it says August.
Well, have fun.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I was on the right page. 73 WA4R.
That's over.
By the way, Dave, there's a Babcock transmitter on eBay. Yeah, you know, that thing looks exactly like a Elmac AF68 meter.
I noticed that.
Different one.
Anyway, he wants $80 and $50 shipping, and it's pretty rusty. So, well, for some reason, he's got label makers labels for 3 2-meter frequencies.
Art Deco style meter. The side of it was completely clear because off to the right is the pilot lamp that has a port on the side, and it shines in the meter through the clear side of that plastic case. So a pretty neat setup.
Roger, what were you saying, Steve? Charlie beat you.
Oh, he took a label maker and labeled across the top of the front panel 2-meter frequencies, 3 of them. So I just wondered how he did that, how he used this thing on 2 meters.
Man, talking about a harmonic.
This is N4AKD. You want us to plan on Tuesday? Is that it? Over?
Yeah, we'll shoot for that. I've got to take my RV in, and I can either take it on Tuesday or Wednesday. That's why I was being wishy-washy. So I can take it in on Wednesday and head your way on Tuesday.
Okay, well, I'll reserve Tuesday. This N4AK.
Before me, see.
N4LQ 73.
WA4LR 73.
Let us know. Does anybody want him to bring the Valiant up to the luncheon?
Big pile up there.
I'll fire off another email and see if anybody... I send it to everybody on the IO group and the old group, so a lot of people got the email, but apparently no one wants a Valiant.
Okay. Well, I was looking on eBay, and those prices are crazy. You'll pay $200 for a front panel.
That had a Valiant. It had a push-button transmission on it.